Exam day, Friday, September 10th, 2021. From the hotel, I took an Uber to SDI Pasay. The registration time was 7:30. The test technically starts at 9. I was there at the reception. There were like rows of seats, a seat apart. I sat there, I waited. Of course, I was really nervous. And at that time, I saw the movie Zootopia and I could somehow resonate to that. So I decided to go to YouTube and look for Shakira's music video. Try everything. While waiting, listen to that over and over and over. I guess that helped me to have the courage to just go on. So I did that until we were all led to the elevator, the registration room, where we had to fill out forms and present our IDs. I can't remember which came first, whether that's the reading, writing, or the listening. It was all like a blur. This is the only thing that I remember happening to me that morning. It was during the listening test. Why? Here goes. We went in the room for the listening test. We all have our own cubicles, our own computers, all have our own headphones. Suddenly, I started to cough uncontrollably. My throat was really itchy. Everyone wants to finish their listening test with no interruptions. Nobody wants to lose their time. Yet there I was, coughing. All I could do, raise my hand so I could go out. I excused myself. You can do this during the exam. You can leave the examination room, go to the restroom, or give yourself a little break, which is something that I really needed that time. I went to the restroom, had some water, and prayed. I rushed back to the examination room so I could finish my listening test. Guess what? Even though that happened to me, I still had a perfect 9 score for listening. Can you believe that? On that day, I didn't know that I would get that score. I was really nervous. Not everyone has a schedule for speaking test on the same day. There were only some of us who stayed. I was expecting that there will be something outside the building where I could have a proper lunch, some rice and ulam. There was nothing there. Lunch break. I only had some Rabisco biscuits and some water. That's it. I was really hungry after the speaking test. My speaking test was on the same day. It was in person, but since it's still after the pandemic, we still use a computer scheduled at 2:20 p.m. This is what happened to the speaking test. I went back up there. The only instruction I remember was, remember to keep your hands underneath the table. Never put it on the table. During that test, I really tried my best to keep it under the table. You can see me speaking. I naturally use my hands. He said, just keep it under the table. That was really tough. I was led to the room. I opened the door. I saw a huge table, white table. There's a computer there, a laptop. It wasn't facing the door. It was facing the chair in front of it. The chair was facing the door. I walked around it. I sat on the chair. The moment I saw the person in front of me, the examiner's face, this is on Skype, not in person, I saw her face on the screen. I kept myself from laughing because when I saw her haircut, her face, her smiling face, she's Filipino. She looks exactly like my friend in Bacolod, my real close friend. I was trying so hard not to laugh because it felt like I know this person. She looks like someone I know. Of course, I can't tell her that. Somehow, that lightened up the mood. Somehow, it helped me. Every time she asked me questions, when I answer her, I was trying so hard not to get distracted. I was already distracted. Somehow, I got to answer all her questions. We get to have that conversation. She evaluated me, gave me a score of 8. Can you believe that? I got the official test results 2 days after. That's September 12th, Sunday. My listening was 9.0. That really surprised me. Reading was 7.5, writing was 7.5, and speaking was 8. Still couldn't believe that. But somehow I consider myself lucky. So my overall band score was 8. From being nervous to the coughing uncontrollably and trying my best not to laugh in front of the examiner, I got an 8 overall. If I could do it, I know you can do it too.